Hello everyone and welcome to a Thanksgiving video. We have Hullbreaker Horror here as our turkey horror creature. That's as close to Thanksgiving themed as I can get. So we have an interesting Hullbreaker deck here. I included a Cinderclasm, a Braid, Thundering Rebukes, and Spikefield Hazards, all to try and stay alive against Mono White, which has 25% of the metagame right now. It's everywhere and hard to deal with, especially because Thalia makes all this removal much worse. Fading Hopes also will try and keep us alive through the early game. If we can survive through the early game, or maybe get paired up with decks that aren't Mono White, our deck has a lot of resiliency. We've got 3 Memory Deluge, 4 Unexpected Windfalls, and 4 Divide by Zeros. This card advantage engine will keep us in the removal until we can get something like a Hullbreaker Horror into play, or get the classic Galvanic Iteration plus Alrund's Epiphany victory. That's our main goal of winning. If we can get Hullbreaker Horror out, though, then our Fading Hope turns into double removal. Our Divide by Zero turns into double removal. A Galvanic plus Fading Hope becomes quad removal. I mean, it can be insane and just back-breaking to play against Hullbreaker Horror. And it has Flash, so we don't even have to play it on our turn and leave our shields down. This is a messed up deck. And let's get some victories with it and make some people feel real bad. See you in the games. Alright, so this Fading Hope, Divide by Zero, and a Braid can hopefully keep us alive through the early game, but we need to draw a red mana source. Are we facing werewolves, perhaps? Blue. Okay. Well, it's really too bad we don't have a red here, because we can't Expressive Iteration on our next turn. Opponent is also playing the same colors as us. Ooh, what is this? Okay. Interesting. Well, we did draw a red mana, which is really good. We could Divide by Zero one of their spells and then follow it up on our turn with an Expressive Iteration. Or we could just field one of their lands. Let's Divide by Zero their Expressive Iteration. It kind of puts them off a turn. We'll take an Environmental Sciences to make sure we hit all our land drops. Wow! Maybe we just Unexpected Windfall here. Yeah, I think well, we could Expressive Iteration plus Environmental Sciences. Let's make that play. Ooh, okay, we'll put that in our hand. Bottom, exile, play the coast, and the sciences. Ooh, or we could get rid of Orb of Dragonkind. No, because they'll just sacrifice it in response. Yeah, we'll just Environmental Sciences. For a... well, I guess it doesn't matter too much anymore. Blue. An island. They cast again their Expressive Iteration. Sorry about not letting you cast it last turn. Temple of the Dragon Queen. So they're clearly a Dragons deck. Are they Alrund's Epiphany Dragons, though? There's a Maniform Hellkite. Pretty cool card. I have seen the power of it. So we have enough mana to Unexpected Windfall plus Fading Hope. So we'll do that. Sure, Maniform Hellkite. And we put that right back in your hand. Move to your end step, and then I'll Windfall. Discarding, I suppose, a Pathway. Okay, so we don't care about Cinderclasm, so we can Windfall that away. We can just cast this here and hold up Fading Hope. I mean, that seems amazing. Let's just do that. And then we can Alrund's Epiphany on our next turn. And I think that's just going to be game over. We could let them deluge. Yeah, that seems fine. I don't think they can really do anything with the cards they get, and we're just gonna try and win the game here. We can get in for 16 damage with our 2 attacks. Portable Hole. And there's a second Hullbreaker Horror. Alright, well, it's just time for Alrund's Epiphany. Boom, extra turn. And we will return their orb to their hand. Come in for 7. Move to our next turn. Oh, there's another Alrund's Epiphany. We don't have enough by 1 to cast it. So we could Unexpected Windfall here. We could just do it on their turn. It's an instant after all. And we can also hold up an Abrade. Let's just foretell this. And then hold up all of our cards. And it seems really hard for opponent to survive here. Alright, they did cast the Hellkite. Okay, well this is just kind of hope defeating here. Sorry, opponent. Yeah, good game. You had a cool Dragons deck, but you're in Mythic. The power level is too high. Wow, that's a lot of removal. Let's keep it. If we play against Mono White, we have everything in the world. Opponent is Artery. They're red. And they're Burn. Interesting. Well, Burn has a lot of creatures, so we can just kill their creatures with our spells. There's a Goblin Javelineer. ×2. Such interesting art. And we'll Cinderclasm them. We'll still take 2 damage, because that's what they do. Don't they? Oh no, this is the blocking one, not the deals damage equals to its power one. Alright, well that's it. So I hope they don't play creatures here, because I don't really want to cast these Sending Rebukes. I would much rather cast Unexpected Windfall. And I think I still actually can. I could do this plus Thundering Rebuke. Let's just do it. So we can Expressive Iteration and Thundering Rebuke. Haste. Good. Get in your damage. A Hullbreaker Horror is a nice draw. Okay. Hand. Bottom. Exile. We'll play this tapped. And Thundering Rebuke their Bugbear. We've got quite the hand. I mean, we cast 1 Windfall, and we've got 2 more. Seems pretty good. Okay, so let's Windfall. You know what? We could just hold everything in our hand. We don't need to do anything on our turn. No, let's Windfall right now. Because the thing is, I don't want to discard these cards, so it has to be the land. But we might draw a land. And we did not. We drew no land. Okay. There's an Alrund's Epiphany. We could just cast it. We could just cast this Hullbreaker Horror. But let's Windfall. Discarding a Deluge, because we have 3 of them. We get land. And we can use that land to foretell this Alrund's Epiphany. Still have 4 mana open, but I think I would like to save it. I'm going to cast this Hullbreaker Horror on our next turn. Yeah, they're done. Because we put out a giant blocker with the Hullbreaker Horror, and then we just start using Alrund's Epiphany to have multiple attacks. I'm not sure I like the Galvanic Iteration in this particular hand. The other cards are all great, though. Green. Probably mono green. So let's just foretell. The Galvanic Iteration still won't be good for several more turns. Okay, so they're that version of green. Let's just get this Expressive Iteration going. Ooh, Thundering Rebuke would be good here. Let's do it. There. Bottom. Exile. And this comes in tapped. Otherwise, I would have liked to Fading Hope this. So they're gonna probably get a Seeker's Chariot into play. Yep, there it is. But we can put one of the tokens back in their hand. And Thundering Rebuke is a sorcery, so we can't actually kill the Chariot with it. How do we do this exactly? Let's go a little bit crazy. These are instants, so we can do them before attacks. Yeah, we'll do that. My plan is to put both of these tokens back in opponent's hand. So they are going to crew using the tokens. So now, before they can actually declare attackers, now we Galvanic Iteration. Plus Fading Hope. Get rid of both of the tokens. We don't want to draw land. How about this one? What's our scry? Field of Ruin? Not right now. So those were both good scries. Now opponent has no tokens to copy with a Seeker's Chariot. There's another Sculptor. Okay. We could use this turn to Deluge. We would take 4 damage. Probably more. We could Thundering Rebuke. We could Field plus Thundering Rebuke. But not if we play this Hall. We would need to play an untapped land. Let's Field plus Thundering Rebuke. And we'll just say goodbye to the Sculptor. Interesting, they inscription their Sculptor. Okay. Next turn, I think it's time for Alrund's Epiphany. And then we can Deluge on our extra turn. So they Chariot. Okay. Yep, we will take 8 damage. There's nothing we can do about that. It's kind of now or never. So let's just field away their layer. And we'll go grab an island. Alright, so we have to do untapped land for Alrund's Epiphany. Pass to our extra turn. And we can Galvanic our Unexpected Windfall. Yikes, we didn't draw any sweepers. I was hoping for a Cinderclasm here to get rid of all these tokens. Or even a Thundering Rebuke to get rid of Sculptor. So we are just in full blocking mode. Alright. Let's try and stay alive. Might not work. Okay, they Blizzard Brawl. That is game, yep. Alright, good game, opponent. Mono green, you got me. Ooh, this is an interesting opener. We have an Expressive Iteration and Divide by Zero for stalling. But these Memory Deluges are not good early. Let's try it out anyway. We'll Stormcarved Coast on turn 1 so that we can Pathway on turn 2. That way, on turn 3, we can Expressive. Oh, we just draw an island. We'll get the island in. Now we can Jawari one of their plays if they use up all their mana. And they do. Yes. Love getting in with Jawari. Now we'll take one from the Ghast and straight into an Expressive Iteration. Oh! Well, that's rough, bud. We'll put that on bottom to keep it in our library. Oof. And I suppose just an island. No other plays. They should have got in with Faceless Haven if they're not going to play anything. Put this in on red. And we'll just pass. So we can Memory Deluge or Divide by Zero. Whichever we choose. I think I want to divide their Deadly Dispute. And we'll just go grab... Sciences seems good. Now, are they gonna Lolth? They sure are.
My children drench there. Do what
Huh.
I demand.
We drew Spikefield Hazard. So we'll just ping Lolth. Nice.
I return to the abyss.
And Environmental Sciences for a mountain. And use that mountain to foretell. Alright, we'll have to take 4 from the spiders, but we got rid of Lolth. We got to shuffle our decks so our Alrund's Epiphany is not on bottom anymore. Yeah, we can't stop this Deadly Dispute again. So we could just play a land in Alrund's Epiphany here. But I think I want to Memory Deluge. We'll cast that first so that we can see if we get a land that we want to put into play, like Hull. Let's take Expressive Iteration, and I think I'd rather take Fading Hope than Divide by Zero. So we'll just put in this field, and we'll Fading Hope their Spider token. No, we won't. They are sacrificing it. That is their second Daily Dispute. And a Sorin. Hopefully they make a bat. A bat that we can get rid of. Unexpected Windfall is great. Yeah, we'll keep that. Much better than, say, drawing a land. So we'll start off with Expressive Iteration. And we could play Jwari Disruption as a land. We could Divide by Zero the Sorin back to their hand. We'll go bottom, exile, and play Jwari as a land. That will let us Unexpected Windfall. Getting rid of this island. Now is where I'd like to draw Galvanic Iteration. No, no such luck. Because Galvanic would let us double Alrund's Epiphany into an Alrund's Epiphany. Yep, there's Lolth. She's back.
Will swallow the light.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
We will slay our enemies.
We drew Fading Hope, which is nice. We have enough for a flashback Memory Deluge. Yeah, let's just pass to them and see what they want to do. We'll foretell this. We have some options. This will sacrifice one treasure to use. But it will almost definitely let us get a Galvanic Iteration.
Good minions are loyal.
Of course, opponent's back to full grip.
Few can deal with my servant. I'm lazy.
That's a lot of stuff. They attack with the spiders. That's actually great for us. Alright, we're gonna go off. We're gonna find a Galvanic Iteration here. Or we won't. Hullbreaker plus... Another Fading Hope. I am shocked that we didn't. This takes all but one of our land. We'll get a field in there. We want to leave... Oh man, the tapper is not going to be kind to me. Alright, so this leaves 2 land untapped. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Way to make it painful, auto tapper. Jeez. So we've got double Fading Hope which means also that's quad bounce. Alright, in response to that, we'll Fading Hope this. Return Infernal to their hand. They're going to get to kill Hullbreaker. They only paid the 2. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Fading Hope this token, and then have that return the other token. And a Braid has to go on the bottom. Because this Infernal Grasp is gonna kill Hullbreaker Horror anyway. This way we get rid of all the stuff on the field. Okay, they drew another Infernal Grasp.
It's bold to buy.
They have a lot of single target removal. Alright.
Open your books to page.
They draw another card.
17 or something.
34. We're at 33 though. We've been drawing our cards just as well as they have. Okay. Expressive Iteration. Ooh, we found Leer. Okay, they have a bunch of kill spells. Leer is terrible here. So we're gonna go hand, bottom, exile. Play the Celestis. And a mountain. And we'll... So we could just all-rinse and start taking some turns here. Letting them activate their planeswalkers more is really bad. So yeah, we have to just start casting All-Rinse Epiphany. We could maybe let them have one more turn, but I think it's too risky. So we'll go to our extra turn. Let's Unexpected Windfall, discarding Mountain. There's a Galvanic. We have enough land here to Galvanic plus All-Rinse Epiphany. Doesn't even use up any of our treasures. All right. We could just plink their planeswalkers dead, but so we're gonna take 2 more extra turns after this. We just have to kill them. We just absolutely have to kill them. All right, let's Memory Deluge. Galvanic and Spike Field will be our choices. And we will activate the Celestis. Take action. Yeah, we don't need another Celestis. We can cast this by sacrificing 2 treasures. Let's do it! We found our All-Rinse Epiphany. So we have Galvanic plus All-Rinse. Perfect. Next can be Hall, so we can activate that. That's it. We win. Game over. Don't even need to do this. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3. Flashback that. Alrund's full cost. Well played, opponent. We have plenty of extra turns stocked up. Good game. This deck is so resilient. This deck was bananas. It worked out really, really well. I think we only lost one game against mono green, and the rest of the time, if we got close to dying, we just started going off with, say, Alrund's Epiphany, and then Flashback Memory Deluge and other spells, and, I mean, we just got there every single time. This deck is really great, and if you want to play this version of the deck, feel free. The deck list is in the description. Until next time, have a great time. Happy Thanksgiving. Fist bump. High five. Take it easy.